Hey, remember that time 4 billion giant Appalachian trees died in less than 20 years? Neither do I. Here's a little story about the Great Chestnut Blight. The American chestnut tree was the most important American tree in the history of forever. It was a food source, a strong wood, and so forth. The American chestnut grew up to 17 feet wide and 120 feet tall, which meant many larger specimens had enough wood to supply multiple cabins. It was unsurpassed as a building material because it grew straight and was highly rot-resistant, insect-proof, and weather-resistant. However, this tree's uses went far beyond just building. This tree was in fact the main food source for the white-tailed deer, wild turkey, and the now extinct passenger pigeon. The song "Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire" is named that because humans were often also consumers of chestnuts, especially during the winter when chestnuts were harvested. And when heated, say, on an open fire, there was a nice aroma that was emitted from the roasted chestnuts. One of the most sought-after commodities all over America was mountain pork, which came from letting hogs roam free in chestnut forests to eat only chestnuts. This chestnut pork meat had a very nice nutty flavor which made it expensive and demanded. The American chestnut tree was one of the strongest parts of the Appalachian economy. By having chestnut trees, these rural people had money and meat on the table for centuries. However, in 1904, an invasive pest known as the chestnut blight arrived in a shipment of chestnuts from East Asia. The chestnut blight spread rapidly as American chestnuts had no resistance to this blight. Spreading at the astounding rate of 60 miles per year, it only took 20 years for the chestnut blight to eradicate almost all the chestnut trees in America, with the last few remaining in Wisconsin and Michigan. Right away, squirrels went to 1/10 of their native population, turkeys disappeared, and black bears and deer never got as fat as they used to, meaning that, along with the lack of chestnuts, there was significantly less food in this area. As you can imagine, 4 billion giant trees dying has some profound impacts on our environment as well. Some biologists estimate that the chestnut blight added somewhere between 2 to 3 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide back into our atmosphere, about half of the carbon dioxide released by America in a single year. In the years since, biologists have tried crossbreeding remaining chestnuts to try and produce a more resistant chestnut tree, but these experiments have so far proven unfruitful. In fact, the damage has already been done. Today, most Appalachians do not remember life among these trees. Despite it being such an important part of our history, we will never again experience the true glory of the American chestnut. Bye everybody!